let's cover the quartering, I suppose. Because why not? Why wouldn't we cover the quartering? I'm not tired of him or anything else he's ever done or said. And apparently he's bitching about Dylan Mulvaney because why wouldn't you if you're on the right? I suppose it's just what you do if you're on the right side of politics. You just complain about Dylan Mulvaney. Anyway, let's do fan art first, and then let's get into everything. Let's start out with this piece of fan art here, which is a modification on a piece of fan art Kitterdoodle did. This is a artwork by Kit. This is from my mod Dorito. Just creating a card version of me going, "Oh, Kitterdoodle, do you want some lands?" Because apparently the way I convince people to play Magic the Gathering is showing them pretty lands. Anyway. As always, everybody, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let's go ahead and cover everything, because it's gonna be a painful one. It looks like we're talking about Joe Rogan, but no, we're talking about quartering.
No, man, I think that it's crazy when people get upset about that stuff, because the people who get upset about that stuff value liberty and freedom so much, and they want to live their lives undeterred by anyone's rules.
But they think that the company that they like is giving into
Okay, so let's pause on here real quick. In April 2023, Dylan Mulvaney signed a contract with Nike to promote their products. Same day, Dylan Mulvaney received upwards of $150,000 for each Instagram post related to Nike products. Let's see how that's worked out for Nike as of February 18. Nike has begun massive layoffs of about 1,600 employees. President and CEO John Donahoe said on Thursday, company-wide email obtained by WFAA. Nike has also just lost Tiger Woods after 27 years. Why do these companies make such bad financial decisions? All right, so before we even continue, do we actually have any evidence that it is directly Dylan Mulvaney that is causing that? Because you would think that these companies actually have marketing departments that can do an over and under on whether or not a decision is going to harm the company. It feels weird to me to just lump everything at Dylan Mulvaney's feet, right? Just me? Is it any big company's going to lay off people? Right, we've had so many companies lay off people. The amount of money that was set to be set into marketing. By the way, I don't think that it was $150,000 per Instagram post. That feels a little high for anybody's standards. Let's really quick take a look and see if that's actually what happened here. So we have, what was it? So they blame her no matter what. Yep. Dylan Mulvaney, Nike. What is it? Is it a Nike contract? Sport for All. A look at Dylan Mulvaney's other brand deal. Nike responds to backlash over Dylan Mulvaney. You know what? It's Fox News. Let's find out what their take on this is. If you like our coverage, please disable your ad blocker. You know, I'm in a really weird spot. I don't like their coverage, but I need it for this. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the age-old load the page and stop the page and see if this works. I'm sorry, I'm not disabling my ad blocker on your fucking thing. There we go. The age-old load and stop. It always works. It always works. Fuck you, Fox News. I don't need to spend shit on you. I don't need to get anything gone. Said pocket, paywall be gone? Nah. We brute force it. We brute force it live. Anywho, let's see here. Nike doubled down on its decision to use transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. In a pinned comment, the company introduced customers being kind to be inclusive. The response came amid a call for a boycott of the company, of course. Olympic swimmer Sharon Davies has been one of the athletes leading calls for customers to stop buying Nike's products. Oh, of course. So somebody who's upset that they got, what, 4th fucking place and a trans person got 3rd? That's typically what this ends up being. Davies, who won silver back in the 1980 Moscow Olympics, so an old fuck, said Nike's decision to represented a step back after some sports organizations created protected categories for biological women in competitions. Of course, Fox News would use that language specifically. Okay, so I'm curious though of what the brand deal actually States. So let's go ahead and see here. Instagram. Nike's verified Instagram account of the company. Instructed, be kind, blah, 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 blah. So nothing. There's nothing saying that she gets $1,500 or $150,000 for this. Let's see here. Does the New York Post have anything? What about TMZ? Like, we're going for all of the most reputable news sources here. Also, isn't it funny how the only news sources that are bitching about Dylan Mulvaney are all the right-wing ones for the most part? Fox News, Daily Mail, New York Post, TMZ. I'm not saying TMZ is specifically right-wing, but they are horse garbage. Maybe search for the 1500 number. You're right. Hold on. Dylan Mulvaney, 1500 Nike. That's gotta yield something, right? It just goes to the Twitter. It just goes to the tweets. What? The first tweet is just from the real Biff Bifford, and apparently they also post about how the Civil War continues. The Civil War. Somehow. Daily Mail. Okay, so Daily Mail actually does have the 1500 number. So let's see if we can find the actual evidence here. Let's see here. My God, these advertisements know exactly what I want. Look, there's Sawara right there. I'm streaming on Twitch. I can't say that. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what else is in here. Latest sponsored post endorsing Nike and Bud Light could have netted the controversial trans influencer 1,500. Could have netted, according to marketing experts. So, wait. But then... But on here now it says that she can rake in 50,000 to 80,000 per sponsored post, but that number is half that. Which number is right? And is it either of those numbers? Because, like, I know people who have gotten Raid Shadow Legends sponsorships that are in the 5 digits for being a massive channel. But, yeah, no, this is just based on a lie, then. The last 3 sponsored posts would be estimated at around 150,000. So it's not per, it's combined, and we don't know anything about the actual... We know nothing about the deal. So we know nothing about the deal whatsoever. And we have some marketing experts that have said some words about what it might be, but nothing concrete, nothing at all. Wow. God, can you imagine
woke agenda.
Lying on the internet?
That's what it is.
There's no
Who would do that?
A lot of companies are using this person. There's
Also-
more than one company. There's like a bunch of them.
Also, yeah, what the fuck is the woke agenda? Like, what do the wokes want from you? Said, so what does it matter? So what if she's getting 150,000 from companies? So their argument is that these companies have engaged in layoffs, so they are throwing Dylan Mulvaney being sponsored as the reason companies are not making enough money to keep their employees on staff and laying them off. But, like, I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a few reasons. One, there's multiple companies doing layoffs right now. It's just kind of a plague in every industry at the moment. We're seeing layoffs from multiple studios. We're seeing a ton of video game companies that are running into issues of being able to keep offices open. And yeah, this was a year ago. They're having to take layoffs today in 2024, but the sponsorship was in 2023. These people just think that all correlation is causation, when correlation just is not causation. It has never been causation. There are increased ice cream sales correlative with increased homicide rates. That doesn't mean that people suddenly get an ounce of the crazies when they eat ice cream, and suddenly they try to see if they can make somebody else scream for ice cream with a knife. Like, that's not what that means. It's never what it has ever meant.
Nike and a bunch of other stuff.
Also, she's pretty. I get it. No, I mean, I see nothing wrong.
Yeah, that fucking... Joe Rogan is an immature piece of garbage. I'm just gonna say it. I don't see the appeal of his podcast. I never have. Like, the least interesting person on any Joe Rogan podcast is Joe Rogan. And I will stand by that decision.
Good luck.
Well, it's finally happened.
What has finally happened?
Dylan Mulvaney has finally snapped, realizing the 15 minutes of fame is over.
But how is Dylan Mulvaney snap? What? It's just a video of them dancing around. What?
After disastrously, taking down Bud Light.
Wait, taking down Bud Light? No. We've got to do this shit again. Bud Light stocks. Let's see here. What are Bud Light stocks looking like? Let's see. Ba 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 da ba. Oh God, it's so weird. Bud Light controversy history suggests that Anheuser-Busch will overcome it. Yeah, they've had dips. Like, look, they had a dip in 2020 because, COVID happened. The dip from Dylan Mulvaney isn't anywhere near what that is. Oh my God. 12-month, their 12-month forecast then was way higher. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. What is Bud Light stock right now? Market Watch. Market Watch shows Bud Light stock here. Let's see what it is for the last 3 years. Huh. That's so fucking weird. Look at that. We just looked at the data for the last 3 years. And look, right about this little dip right here, this must be when Dylan Mulvaney was sponsored for like a quarter of a millisecond, and then everything just shot back up. There was a dollar dip. A dollar dip from a high. It was a $3 dip. And then it goes back up by $10 in the next year. What? Quartering, do you think about any of the words that come out of your mouth before you say literally anything, my guy? These companies aren't tanked. Their stocks are fine. We can literally look this up. The overall trend was up.
Also, Nike, as Dylan Mulvaney signed a massive contract with Nike, and Nike has now begun laying off thousands of people. And, well, the brand destroyer is fulfilling their destiny of destroying woke brands. In fact, I'm becoming a big fan of Dylan now. Took down Bud Light.
Wait, but how did she take down Bud Light? Bud Light stocks are up. Wait, can we just end the video here? Can we just end the video here? Do we actually need to watch any more of the Quarterings video? We have direct evidence that the things he's saying are wrong. Do we have to actually, like, argue with anything else that comes out of Jeremy's horse mouth? I don't think we do. I think we solved it. He has a doctorate in vibes. Yeah, like, what? How are you getting that opinion? Is it just you get the vibes that Dylan tanked the brand, but when we actually look at the data, we see that that's not the case? Isn't that so weird? So, but the Bud Light brand is down. Sales is down. No, they're not. Their stocks are up. Their stocks are fine. Everything's fucking fine with them. Oh my God. He gets the info from the University of Just Trust Me, bro. He
taking
does.
Down Nike. Absolutely.
Taking down Nike. So this was 2023. Nike stocks. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what the Nike stocks look like. Let's go over to Market Watch. Oh, wow. Let's see here. We go over here and we go to 3 years. And look, their trends were already going somewhat down. But where's the massive dip? Where's the massive dip I'm supposed to see? Quartering? Where the fuck is it? Where in the stock prices is the massive dip that is supposed to be attributed to Dylan Mulvaney? Where is it, Jeremy? I don't see it literally anywhere. I don't think. Oh my God. We're done. We're done. That's as much as it has to be. We don't even have to go any further. It's so weird. You know what? No, we're not even going to watch the rest of the video. We are just going to do this. We're going to pull up this. We're going to ready up into our next match. And we are just going to laugh at Jeremy for a little while. Because this is the part that confuses me so much. Why do they feel the need to lie to their massive audiences? Jeremy made, off of this video alone, bitching about Dylan Mulvaney, 425,000 views off of lying to his audience. Would you like me to show you what that looks like? So let's go ahead and use my analytics, okay? We'll use my analytics. Let's go over to my analytics here. And at 245,000 views, let's do this for 2 months. Let's see here. If 245,000 views for me is worth $1,027, then we can extrapolate from that data that quartering here has made $2,000 off of a nothing burger and a lie. $2,000 per video that get this big, lying to his audience and feeding them their daily dose of confirmation bias. That's the quartering's entire shtick. It is your daily dose of confirmation bias. There's no actual factual reporting there. It is just one man on the internet lying to his audience for, again, I shit you not, $2,000 to lie. He wants to bitch about a brand deal giving sponsorships when the dude is getting paid thousands of dollars to lie to his audience. Jesus fucking Christ. So Jeremy has an audience who does less thinking than him? Yeah, because they let Jeremy do the thinking for them. Oh my God. If there's one thing I will never forgive PewDiePie for doing, ever, it is shouting out the quartering. I will never in my entire life forgive that man for just bolstering the quartering's views so much. What a garbage. Razor says less than 90 seconds has to be a new record. He lied twice in the video. By what metric would we go and watch more of his video? Like, how far do you have to go besides, oh, well, the first two things you said are false. I don't know, what's the likelihood the third one you say is false? Technically, the likelihood is impossible to measure. But if somebody lies to you a lot, it's probably a good practice not to let them lie to you again. When the fuck did Pewds do that? 2018? Like, okay, so as I was saying it, I made sure that my memory wasn't faulty by looking it up. So didn't Pewds do that with Ben Shapiro too? Yup. Because they did the whole subscribe to PewDiePie thing, and it was a giant ordeal, and it's like, my guy, why would you get a whole bunch of right-wing, just transphobic, homophobic douchebags? Why would you give them that platform? Why would you boost them up that much? It can't be worth it. It's never worth it. Oh my God. It's just, it's so frustrating. Because I'm not trying to say, oh, well, I deserve to make more money than fucking Jeremy. Let me rephrase that. I am saying that, but it is frustrating to see that all you have to do to make a ton of money as a right-wing influencer is to just lie to your audience and hope nobody Googles it. You just have to hope that nobody has Google. And while that's certainly a thing that you can do, said Pew's word mouth thing was sus, yeah. Said appeal to the least common denominator. It appealed to people who are willing to just throw money and views at you for no reason. It's so easy to find somebody who doesn't like trans people. It's so easy to find somebody who doesn't like gay people. It's so easy to find these people out in the wild, especially where I live. And then I guess for people like Quartering, his goal is make money off of them. We can do all the research for this kind of shit live. We can literally find when somebody is bullshitting us in real time. And yet, we still find ourselves dealing with people like Quartering lying to their audience. And despite being checked, despite being fact-checked, despite being response video, despite everything, people still find their content appealing. And I do not understand it. I genuinely do not. But what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. They said bigotry is a renewable resource. Yeah, apparently if we could power the United States on bigotry, we would have solved all of our energy crisis a long time ago. So we can even do it while gaming online. Yeah, we can. I did all that while in the middle of a match. I died for Jeremy's sins. Anyway, that's as far as I can go with that. Friggin', I just can't. I cannot with Jeremy. Insert end of video tagline here. Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Red Joker, Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Nixie-chan, the Oberon team, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.